What's up, blasters? It's BB here, and today I'm going to show you my ultra juiced version of Death Trap. It is completely insane how fast it is. It's just as fast as Ball Lightning Sorc, and I've been using it to farm a lot of XP in speed 80s, so let's get into it. So the thing that makes speed farming on Death Trap this ridiculously strong is this chaos perk here, Hit and Run. Hit and Run gives you a stacking damage buff for 50% multiplicative increased damage for every 15 meters that you travel. It only lasts for 5 seconds and it does not refresh. But if you keep traveling distance, you will get more damage bonus from it. And this allows you to, if you have great gear and everything else in place, one-shot packs even in tier 80. So it's incredibly strong, very, very fast, and in addition to that, we're also using Crazy Brew to get our attack speed to the lowest possible breakpoint of 7 frames, and dashing and attacking with Death Trap is incredibly fast with the lowest possible breakpoint, and all of this together allows us to have an incredible speed and pace throughout the entire pit, one-shotting all the packs and ensuring that we get the best XP per hour possible. So in this clip I was farming a tier 80 with Rob together on his Ball Lightning Sorc, and as you can see, I have no trouble keeping up with him and actually one-shotting all the packs all the way on the way. And now you might ask yourself, what? Why didn't no one tell me that Death Trap's actually this fast? Well, yeah, there have been a few changes to the build that I have figured out how to make the build even faster. And as you can see here, we are splitting on the map to get a very clean sub 45-second run in. And the XP that we're getting from these runs is completely crazy. It's super efficient, and we've been doing that like for a few hours now and gained a bunch of levels, and I'm going to show you why this is actually a great thing and how this is happening. We have the rune words Zan and Jar. Jar is like incredible in allowing you to skip walls that you otherwise couldn't. Yes, Shadow Step also gives you the possibility to skip walls, but it's tied to the condition of being able to target a monster, and with Jar you can use that instead to jump walls just as fine. On our weapon, we're using Sir and Ohm for an additional 15% damage bonus. I have since moved Darkshot back to the bar because casting Darkshot manually is just the best way to ensure you have full uptime of 5 shrouds. And this is super important because we have a lot of damage per Darkshot tempered on our gear. As you can see here on my weapon here, I have the triple crit even, and on rings and amulet, it's everywhere. You want to make sure that you keep going fast and make sure that your pace is always high. Don't go back too much, just ensure that you have one Death Trap on the elites and select the highest possible tier that you can reasonably farm within, I would say, around 45 seconds. If you are below 1 minute, that's the perfect time to maximize your XP per hour. Yeah, all of this is enabled by my character as I have him right here. I have the GA core skills here with 2 crits. I'm missing the 3rd crit. I haven't been able to get it yet, but I ideally want to have it. On the Shroud of False Death, I have 2 crits on resource generation. The 3rd crit, I ideally would want to have on all stats, but I missed here, so I have to remaster this at some point as well. As you can see here, I'm using Dex and Strength because I needed exactly 1000 Strength with an Incense here to get to the breakpoint where I restore enough energy. And on a Banishlord's Talisman, I have split attack speed and core skills. I do have the attack speed here because I want to get to the lowest possible breakpoint. The attack speed sheet is linked in the guide, so make sure to check that out as well. Right, because on the rings I also have attack speed masterwork once. This is a very particular masterwork that I have here. I have 2 masterwork crits on ultimate skills restore primary resource, and that's exactly what I need, because if I had 3 crits I would be missing the attack speed because I do not have GA attack speed on the gloves. If I had gloves with GA attack speed, I would not need this crit here, and I could actually go for the triple crit ultimate skills restore resource, and then I would need less strength and less resource generation on the Shroud of False Death. So there's still room for improvement on my gear actually, which is pretty crazy. On the amulet I have Exploit and Frigid Finesse. If you masterwork Frigid or Exploit here, it doesn't really matter too much. This is not even a great amulet particularly because the dex is also not GA, but it's incredibly difficult to replace such an amulet because I need the max roll of trap arm time reduction and I need a very, very high roll of Death Trap cooldown reduction to be able to get below 10 seconds. I think I could get away with a slightly off max roll here, but it has to be very, very close. On the other ring, I have double masterwork temper on the Death Trap cooldown as well. It's incredibly important to have that here to get to below the 10 seconds, as I said, and the other one is on GA attack speed to reach the breakpoint. On the weapons, you kind of want to just get dex and damage per dark shot. It doesn't matter where you really get it. It's the same here. The third masterwork here missed, but that's fine. And on the crossbow, I have it on triple on damage per dark shot, which is an insane hit, especially with the max roll chance for death trap. So I'm going to replace this crossbow anytime soon, I guess. On the Beastfall boots, this is an incredible piece. I would love to use a chaos unique here instead, but I kind of can't because I need the maximum resource and the ultimate cooldown reductions to be GA, and that is incredibly difficult to find, and I haven't been able to find one yet. On Scarlet's Leathers, I just go for the additive trap damage. Where you get it is kind of doesn't matter. For pushing, you would want DR instead, but as I'm mostly speed farming, it's fine. Yeah, that's mostly my character. I have all my glyphs at 100. The skill tree is as it is in the planner. I do have some strength spec here because I need that to get enough resource generation. With more Paragon, I can move a lot of points, some points away, and then I can also get dex instead of strength on my gems in my shroud here. Alright, so we have some more gameplay here. You can see how fast I'm moving through this. It's actually incredible pace. Everything is pretty much dying with one death trap cast. And the difficulty here comes in actually trying to dash and aim your teleport from Jar correctly so you don't get stuck in walls, and you get an incredible amount of clear speed by also knowing where the elites are being generated in a map. That comes with experience. So if you play a lot of pits, you will get a pretty good feeling for how the layouts are being shifted together and where the elites usually spawn in the map tiles. So it's not as clear cut sometimes, but you will for sure develop a sense of where to go. Another boss, you can see me here, my hit and run stacks have dropped off a little bit, so the boss does take a bit. It would have been better for me to actually dash behind the boss and then hit him from there, but in this particular clip I didn't do that. Right, and in this run, it's pretty much the same thing. You just want to try to make sure to hit all the elites once, and then if you are not one-shotting the elites, then you should lower your pit tier to the point where that's actually possible. For me, that is around pit 80. Sometimes I can also do it on pit 81 if I get like a really good streak of my hit and run being stacked up nicely. As you can see here, I'm sitting between 7 and 8 stacks of hit and run. That is 400 or 350% increased multiplicative damage. So that's actually super, super high. Ideally, you want that to be almost as high as you can all the time, and that requires you to keep moving. So as soon as you're starting to stand still for a bit, you might want to lower the pit tier to have better efficiency. As you can see here, the boss is Denmother, and it's like takes a little bit of time to spawn, so I keep dashing to keep up my hit and run stacks. And as you can see, when the boss actually spawned, it died almost instantly compared to the other boss fight that we had where we were standing there for like 2 or 3 seconds. The best way about this is that you can just keep going all the time and fly through the pits, stack up the XP, and try to get the best result possible. I think with this methodology, we'll be 300 in no time. It is still quite a bit of XP that you need, and it slows down quite significantly once you pass the 285-ish breakpoint. But after that, it's just smooth sailing all the way. And yeah, we're just spamming Concealment and Dark Shroud all the time, holding down Dash and holding down Death Trap, and just stopping when we actually have to, or like correct course on where we're actually going. In this clip, I even go into a dead end, but it's due to how much movement speed and momentum we have, it's just super easy to get out of it and correct course and just go to the boss and yeah, have a clean 50-second run. Alright, blasters, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, then make sure to comment and give a like. I would heavily appreciate that. And if you're not subscribed, well, consider doing so. It's free. And you will catch me live on twitch.tv/Mippy. I'll be farming a lot of XP over there, and you can see how my runs go. Ask me questions if you feel like them. Take it easy, and see ya.